Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is: will Liverpool sack Arne Slot after Brentford defeat? Extraordinary counterclaims made as FSG plan, sensational move. As Liverpool suffered a fourth successive defeat in the Premier League, a source has revealed whether Fenway Sports Group, FSG, could sack Arne Slot and replace him with Jurgen Klopp, but another report has made the opposite claim. Liverpool ended their run of 4 defeats in a row in midweek with a 5-1 hammering of Eintracht Frankfurt away from home in the Champions League. The Anfield faithful were expecting Arne Slot's side to build on that win in Germany and beat Brentford in the Premier League on Saturday. However, Liverpool slumped to their 4th successive defeat in the Premier League, as the defending champions went down 3-2 to Brentford at the Gtech Community Stadium in London. Things are so bad for Liverpool that they are now below Manchester United in the Premier League table. There had been rumours about Slot's future as Liverpool manager before the defeat to Brentford, and now a source has claimed that the club's owners, Fenway Sports Group, FSG, are concerned about the results and performances of the team. According to a respected account on X, which has almost 700,000 followers and comprises a team of 5 elite reporters, FSG could sack Slot in mid-season if results do not improve and bring back the legendary Jurgen Klopp, who is currently the global head of soccer for the Red Bulls Group. The account posted on X at 9:02 a.m. on October 26, exclusive: Liverpool are concerned. Jurgen Klopp would say, yes. Liverpool owners/officials are really starting to get concerned over the team's performances, not just the results. Arne Slot's job is safe for now, but if performances don't pick up, they won't hesitate to make a change mid-season. Our sources are saying the club owners think Jurgen Klopp might be open to a sensational return. But as of now, there's been no contact. 2 sources say Arne Slot safe at Liverpool. Klopp left Liverpool at the end of the 2023/24 campaign, with Slot replacing the legendary German at Anfield. Slot led Liverpool to Premier League success last season, and it would be a shock if FSG decided to sack the Dutchman anytime soon. Klopp, though, recently said that he would be open to a return to Liverpool and managing the Merseyside club. In an interview on the Diary of a CEO podcast this month, Klopp told Stephen Bartlett, "I said I will never coach another team, a different team, in England. So that means if then it's Liverpool, yeah. Theoretically it's possible." Klopp added, "I'm 58, that means I could make the decision in a few years, I don't know. Do I have to make the decision today? Then I will not coach again. But thank God, I don't have to do that. I can just see what the future brings." Our second news is Giorgi Mamardashvili's glaring weakness was clear to see in Liverpool's 3-2 defeat to Brentford. It was another tough evening for Liverpool and Giorgi Mamardashvili as they suffered a 3-2 defeat away to Brentford. Arne Slot's side were beaten in West London as they suffered a 4th straight Premier League defeat to drop into 6th place. Liverpool now find themselves 4 points off the top spot, with Arsenal set to host Crystal Palace on Sunday afternoon. Brentford caused the Reds all sorts of issues at the Gtech Community Stadium, and Mamardashvili only seemed to add to their defensive woes with a poor display between the sticks. Liverpool's Giorgi Mamardashvili manages low pass accuracy versus Brentford. Playing out from the back could become an issue with Giorgi Mamardashvili in goal, as the Georgian international showed this to be a real weakness against Brentford. Mamardashvili, who Liverpool signed for £30 million, completed just a 59% pass accuracy against the Bees, and he looked rather shaky when in possession. The 25-year-old attempted 46 passes during the match, completing just 27 of them, several of which he ended up just booting out of play. This proved to be an issue for Slot's team, as Michael Keogh's long throw was undoubtedly Brentford's biggest threat. Back in February, TBR Football reported that Slot was questioning the signing of Mamardashvili, as he was keen to keep Alisson Becker as his number 1 option. With the Brazilian shot stopper currently sidelined, Mamardashvili has been called into the team, and the Merseyside club have lost 4 of their 5 matches with him in goal. Alisson is sidelined with a thigh injury and is expected to return towards the start of November. Giorgi Mamardashvili will be frustrated with Brentford's second goal versus Liverpool. In Mamardashvili's defense, he pulled off some great saves against Brentford, but he will also be frustrated with how he did for the second goal. Kevin Shade was sent racing through on goal from inside his own half, but instead of coming out and making himself big, Mamardashvili decided just to backtrack. Speaking on Match of the Day after the game, former Premier League defender Ashley Williams slammed Liverpool's goalkeeper and two centre-backs. Brilliant run from Shade, keeps his composure. I think Mamardashvili will be a bit disappointed. But if you look at the defending from Liverpool's point of view, we highlighted the two centre-backs there. Konate can see him, he's got about 15 yards head start on him, and he just doesn't realize the danger until it's too late. Both of them are nowhere near him when he puts the ball in the back of the net. Van Dijk doesn't really sprint back, Konate can't catch him, he puts the ball down the middle of the goal, and the goalkeeper will be disappointed. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our third news is Real Madrid open bidding for Liverpool midfielder at €80 million. Liverpool could be set for a midfield upgrade in the next couple of transfer windows. Last summer the club's sporting director Richard Hughes spent £450 million on new signings, but declined to add any more midfield options. That decision meant Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones and Wataru Endo remained Arne Slot's options in the middle of the pitch. The Reds even let Tyler Morton, Harvey Elliott and James McConnell depart, meaning even less rotations for Liverpool's already overworked midfield performers. Gravenberch, Mac Allister, Jones and Endo have already suffered injury this term, meaning talk has intensified that Liverpool could move for a new midfielder in January or beyond. Liverpool could shake up midfield. We could see a bid for Eduardo Camavinga, the Real Madrid star, and there is a good possibility of another Liverpool player heading in the opposite direction. Although Liverpool would be against lightening their ranks any further, Alexis Mac Allister's departure could become a topic in the near future. The 26-year-old only has a contract until 2028, and unless he shows an upturn in form then a renewal on bigger wages may be denied. And that means that in order to avoid his contract ticking down to a point where Mac Allister becomes worth much less in the market, sporting director Richard Hughes may consider a sale. Real Madrid prepare €80 million Mac Allister bid. Madrid coach Xabi Alonso for his part is thought to believe the Argentina World Cup winner is the solution to his side's post-Luka Modric midfield issues. And club president Florentino Perez, according to a report in Defensa Central, is ready to sanction an €80 million bid as soon as January for Mac Allister. The Real Madrid president is willing to make a significant investment, the report reads. The €80 million the club is seeking reflect the magnitude of the objective. It won't be a simple negotiation. Liverpool doesn't want to part with one of its pillars, but Madrid is confident in the power of its project. The move could begin in January if circumstances permit, although everything points to summer as the key moment. The plan is clear, to secure Mac Allister before other major European clubs swoop in. Whether Liverpool opt to do business in mid-season is another matter altogether. But adding €80 million to the transfer kitty for an underperforming Mac Allister might not be the worst idea in the world. That is unless he can realign his form and demonstrate the kind of pedigree he has shown for the Reds since signing from Brighton for £35 million back in 2023. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our fourth news is Marc Guehi to Liverpool latest as sale planned and club meet with agent. It was widely expected Liverpool could just sign Marc Guehi for free next year after his transfer fell through, but competition for the Crystal Palace star is heating up. There's no getting around it. Liverpool has to be ruing the fact that they failed to secure Marc Guehi's signature during the summer window. Admittedly, Crystal Palace's withdrawal from the $47 million transfer at the last minute on deadline day wasn't their doing. However, whilst Arne Slot's attacking options were strengthened not once, not twice, but 3 times with the substantial acquisitions of Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike and Alexander Isak. His obvious centre-half shortage remained unaddressed for far too long. Even without Giovanni Leone's ACL setback, the Reds would have been lacking defensive depth for the lengthy campaign ahead. Guehi's excellent early season form for both club and country has only added salt to the wound, and it appears Liverpool faces a considerable battle to land him after he was virtually theirs. Palace departure confirmed. Following months of speculation throughout the summer regarding whether he would stay or go, there now seems to be a clear answer regarding Guehi's future contract, and it won't be at Selhurst Park. Palace manager Oliver Glasner made this clear last week. He said, "I think Marc has already told us that he doesn't sign a new contract, so he will leave next year. The club wanted him to stay. They offered Marc a new contract. But he said, no, I want to make something different. And that's normal. And for us, it's how we can deal with this situation. What is the best way to get this next step done? And that's all about how we are talking together." January sale planned. The next question is whether Guehi's departure will materialize in January, or at the conclusion of the campaign. Considering the trajectory of both his careers, it's arguably difficult to envisage him seeking the notoriously challenging winter transfer. Palace currently boasts European competition, whilst he's virtually assured of a spot in England's World Cup squad. Would he wish to jeopardize either opportunity? Perhaps he'll have little choice, as according to the Eye, Palace will look to capitalize during the upcoming transfer window and sell him to secure some return rather than losing him for nothing. They suggest Liverpool is no longer leading the race for his services. Regardless of a January switch, overseas clubs will hold the advantage over the Reds as they can secure Guehi on a pre-contract deal from New Year's Day. La Liga heavyweights Barcelona and Real Madrid have been linked with interest, whilst Bayern Munich are also mentioned, with their sporting director Max Ebro reportedly holding discussions with his agent recently. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe. Our last news is in-form Liverpool forward scores eye-catching hat-trick as Everton C2 sent off in fiery derby. Liverpool under-21s clinched an emphatic 4-1 victory over Everton in the Merseyside derby on Sunday afternoon as Kyrol Figueroa scored a hat-trick. Kyrol Figueroa scored an eye-catching hat-trick as Liverpool under-21s thrashed Everton 4-1 in a fiery Merseyside derby, which also featured a missed penalty and 2 red cards, at the academy on Sunday. The young Blues saw George Finney sent off in the first half, while head coach Paul Tate was also dismissed at the break after exchanging words with the match officials. Liverpool took an early lead through Figueroa, only to see his strike soon cancelled out by Francis Gomez. But the young Reds never looked back after Finney's dismissal. Calvin Ramsey restored their lead, and while the impressive Kaide Gordon saw a penalty saved by George Pickford, Figueroa extended Rob Page's side's advantage before the break before completing his hat-trick late on. Liverpool took the lead after just 6 minutes as Gordon, starting at number 10 in the absence of Kieran Morrison, skipped past a couple of challenges down the left before cutting the ball back to Figueroa, son of former Premier League star Maynor, to find the corner emphatically. Everton equalised 7 minutes later through Morgan as he powered home after connecting with a George Morgan cross to the far post, but the Blues were left with an uphill battle following Finney's dismissal, as he was shown a straight red card for a high tackle on Lucas Pitt. Liverpool did not have to wait long to make their man advantage count, as Gordon turned creator again, this time crossing for Ramsey to head home from close range. Gordon could have extended the lead further himself, only to see Pickford dive the right way after the Reds were awarded a penalty following William Timmins' tug on Figueroa in the box. But the United States youth international fired home his second of the game to hand Liverpool a 2-goal advantage 5 minutes before the break, as he rose highest to connect with Trent Cone-Doherty's cross with a glancing header. The Reds pushed to extend their lead and could have netted a fourth prior to the break as Gordon hit the post following a counter-attack before Joe Bradshaw's follow-up was blocked on the line by Elijah Campbell. Liverpool would hit the woodwork again in a one-sided second half as Michael Laffey was denied by the post, while Pickford would also twice deny Gordon, but the Reds were not to be denied, as they belatedly netted their fourth goal late on as Figueroa notched his hat-trick. Doherty found Afolabi Onanuga following a smart run down the left, with the substitute playing in the young striker to turn and finish well inside the box as Liverpool wrapped up an emphatic victory. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.